Welcome to our third lecture in the series. In our previous sessions, we explored the linguistic foundations of English and Urdu and traced the technological evolution of translation systems. Today we ask a critical question. How do we assess the quality of translation between these languages? Understanding translation quality is essential. Without clear frameworks, we can't track progress, spot limitations, or decide when machine translation is good enough for practical use. We'll explore what quality means in translation, how it varies by context, and how both humans and machines evaluate it. Most importantly, we'll ask, when is a translation simply good enough? Translation quality isn't one thing, it's many things. Think of it as a five-part harmony. 1. Accuracy. Does the Urdu translation carry the same meaning as the English original? Did the Supreme Court give a decision yesterday, or did a different court do something else? Mistakes here can have serious consequences, especially in healthcare or law. 2. Fluency. Is the translation natural in Urdu? Does it flow? Even when the facts are right, awkward grammar or clunky phrases can make a translation hard to read. 3. Cultural appropriateness, translating "what's up" as "Kia hal hai" works. But what about jokes, references to dating, or topics that need cultural sensitivity? Translation is not just about words, it's about worlds. 4. Terminology. In specialized fields, using the right terms matters. Myocardial infarction needs a technical equivalent in Urdu, not just a loose paraphrase. Medical, legal, and scientific texts all need precise language. 5. Style and tone. If the original is poetic, sarcastic, or formal, the translation should be too. A robotically neutral tone loses the author's voice and often the message. These dimensions often pull in different directions. Being literally accurate might hurt fluency. Adapting culturally might mean leaving out details. Good translation is a balancing act. But what matters more, accuracy or fluency? That depends. In healthcare, clarity and accuracy save lives. Medication instructions must be unambiguous. Here, machine translation alone won't do. We need expert review. In law, one wrong word can change rights and obligations. The translation must match the original's legal effect exactly. In education, translations must fit age levels and cultural context. Teaching science in Urdu isn't just about words, it's about what students understand. In business, brand voice matters. Marketing copy might need to be rewritten entirely to have the same impact. In social media, perfection isn't the goal, speed and gist often are. People just want to get the idea fast. So, what's good enough? It depends on the task. If the reader understands the message and no harm is done, it may be enough. How do we evaluate all this? Human experts often score translations using holistic judgments or checklists. Was the message accurate? Was the grammar right? Were the cultural references appropriate? Some methods involve counting errors. Others rank different translations of the same text. Or testers measure how well users can follow translated instructions. Users themselves are vital. Can a patient understand a health brochure? Can a student answer test questions based on a translated lesson? Do customers click on an ad? But human evaluation is slow, costly, and sometimes inconsistent. That's where machines help. Automated metrics like BLEU score translations by comparing them to reference translations. Others, like Meteor or Charef, check grammar and meaning more flexibly. Still, they often miss the human touch, especially in morphologically rich languages like Urdu. Newer systems like COMET or BLERT use AI to judge translations based on meaning, not just word overlap. Some systems don't need reference texts at all. They estimate quality by looking at the translation alone. Urdu-specific tools are emerging too. Urdu BLEU, MorphoSim, and others that better account for its grammar, style, and complexity. Still, no machine can truly measure cultural nuance. That's why hybrid approaches, human plus machine, are best. Let's look at how this plays out in real life. In the UK, the NHS uses English-Urdu translation to serve patients. They combine neural machine translation with expert editing and community feedback. The result? Better comprehension and fewer mistakes. In e-commerce, companies localizing for Pakistan use a mix of automated and human translation. Legal texts get full human attention. Product descriptions get light editing. Real-time content? Machine only. Conversion rates tell them what works. In classrooms, a non-profit translating educational material found the most important judge wasn't an expert, it was the student. If a lesson didn't make sense, it didn't matter how accurate it was. Each case shows that translation quality is about fitness for purpose, not perfection. Looking ahead, quality assessment is evolving. Future systems will learn user preferences, adjust quality based on task, combine real-time user feedback with automatic scoring. We'll move from measuring how similar is this to asking, does this work? That's the heart of it. Quality isn't about linguistic perfection. It's about enabling communication across barriers. In our next session, we'll look at data, the foundation of all translation tech. Where do we find it? How do we clean it? And how do we use it to train systems that actually work for Urdu? Thank you for exploring the art and science of translation quality with me. Until next time, stay thoughtful and keep bridging worlds.